Our discipleship year got off to a great start with our attendance at the Jesus 2020 conference in Atlanta. We made many connections and enjoyed the revival with Bishop Curry. However, we soon transitioned into the reality of a pandemic, social distancing, meeting through Zoom, and learning new things in webinars. But that did not stop us from gathering safely for important events like the graduation of our first 8 students, their diaconal ordinations, and then the priestly ordinations of earlier this year. I'd like for the Reverend David Chattel to share his experience with you now.
I'm sorry if this sounds like a commercial, but it really is a huge part of my heart. And to be honest, it made it possible for me to respond to my call to ordained ministry. Because of the vision of Bishop Russell and the hard work of everyone who was a part of putting this together, there was a unique situation that came along just at the right time for me. And when it came time to make a decision about seminary, we actually did consider a more traditional route, but we were also offered this opportunity to be a part of the first class to come through the local school. And it was a pretty obvious choice for us because of where we were as a family and our financial situation, but also we just felt very drawn to this extremely missional idea of locally formed leadership and staying rooted in the diocese during the education process. And now, looking back on it after stepping into parish ministry, I have no regrets whatsoever. It was academically thorough, it was intellectually challenging, and just an overall enriching journey that I just wouldn't trade for anything. But without a doubt, the best part about it was the family that I became a part of and the deep community that we developed. And those relationships are really essential to me, and I'm just really proud to be a part of that and proud to be a part of what's happening in the diocese with the local school for ministry.
We also started a new school for lay ministers, and Mr. Salem Saloon is going to tell you about that.
The School for Laity is designed to help improve lay ministry and discipleship for service in our diocese. For me, ordained ministry was not in the cards. However, a structured educational program of which my gifts could be built upon to further engage in worship and preaching felt enticing. And more especially, this could be another way to incarnate our closing Eucharist prayer, to be sent out into the world, to do the work we have been given to do, and to become better equipped to carry out God's great commission, go and make disciples throughout the world. Structured as a 10-month commitment beginning in the fall of 2020, it is designed to give those participants the tools and the understandings to develop and hone skills, to develop those laity who are called to further ministry within the church, particularly as lay worship leader, lay preacher, lay pastoral leader. Once licensed under the direction of our bishop, we will be able to assist our ordained clergy, and for those parishes without clergy, be able to maintain continued corporate worship and pastoral care. I am excitedly challenged to have a track of learning that not only complements my spiritual life, but supplements my prayer life, my own formation and study, the ability to understand and have an exchange of theological and practical ideas. The curriculum is broad-based with classes in Old Testament, New Testament, sermon preparation, homiletics, hermeneutics, sacramental formulation, Anglican history and spirituality, the Book of Common Prayer, liturgy, pastoral care foundations, and much more. We are seeing the church come full circle in the theological understanding that the laity are co-equal ministers of the church, along with our ordained sisters and brothers. And of course, there are and will be some sacramental limitations. I am looking forward to be able to help my priests and bishop and congregations in future worship and preaching ministries as I strive to live out my baptismal covenant.
As Salem mentioned, none of this would be possible without our bishop, who has been a dynamic supporter and instructor this year, along with myself and the Reverend Clelia Garrity. I am grateful to them both. Transitioning to other happenings, due to Hurricane Sally, we were not able to hold Discipleship Day, but we channeled our creativity into a 50-day devotional countdown to our diocesan revival. I remain grateful for all the good work that has happened and is happening now as we gaze ahead and move forward in our life together. Thank you.